In the WNBA, players are indicating that there may be a player strike after this coming season, as they've opted out of the current agreement that was scheduled to expire in 2027. There have been discussions about higher salaries and other benefits in the past, and this is expected to be part of the conversation as they have a media deal that starts this upcoming year, which has significantly higher numbers involved. General question to the group: do we think that the WNBA is in a position to make significant demands in the re-bargaining of their CBA?
I think they're more in a position now than they have been in many, many, many years. I mean, at this point, people know what the WNBA is. We're talking about it. We're watching it. How many years did we go without doing that? And if they're truly going to be making more money off the media, and the complaint was always, well, the NBA brings in so much more money from the media, and they're bringing in a little more money, I think it should trickle down.
I agree with that, but I think you've got to give it time where, yeah, you have the media deals, but you still don't know how much additional revenue it's going to bring in. You can't just go in there making demands. Oh, I want X amount of money. Well, then now you're potentially going to put your team in jeopardy by being in the red.
I agree that they're definitely in the best position they've ever been in. I think opting out of that last year was very intentional with this new media rights deal coming up. I think the proof or the substance to this is going to be, I think the next 2 years are incredibly pivotal. I don't know how long these CBAs in the WNBA are typically, the terms are, but the next 2 years are going to be big because they're riding a wave right now. They've got this 3v3 league that got some traction, but all right, I think there's something to be gained right now, and either they figure it out in the next 2 to 4 years, or the WNBA is just going to slide back into this kind of state of, they play basketball, I guess.
I think sometimes we as sports fans or sports pundits or whatever, we get lost in the bubble that we're in. I think the economy over the next 2 years also dictates how the WNBA and their negotiations and the political landscape goes. They have to navigate that too, because I think going to a WNBA game, is it going to be affordable? Is it going to be something that the common fan wants to go spend money on? I think that's something that all sports leagues are going to have to look at. And something on a lower shelf, and I don't mean to be disrespectful, but the lower shelf like the WNBA is going to have to think about, and players are going to have to think about. Because like Joe Blow in Indiana, do they want to go spend money on a ticket to the NBA over the next 2 years? I don't know.
Do we want to go to 2 or 3 WNBA games this year? Or do we need to save up for money and go to one NBA game?
Right.
Is that what you're getting at?
Yeah.
Right. Is the value added going to be enough to make that the choice?
Yeah. And I think a lot of these sports are going to have to take a hard look at that. That's why, like the NBA and their situation, they're going to be, if LeBron's gone, is it going to be a big enough draw for me to spend money on my holiday ticket to go to the NBA? Like, the future of sports is going to be a little tough in the next couple years.